Right, here's how we set a birdwing butterfly. First of all, there's one already set on this board, which is a male Troides helena, the type species. Now, I'm going to show you how to set the female. And she's already in the relaxing box. She's been there 2 days. She's ready to come out. You have to lift her very carefully. You see there's the female, a bit different from the male. Right, you take the pin. It's important now that the pin has to go centrally through the thorax. It has to be perfect, can't have it at an angle. So straight through the thorax. I like to point out at this stage that the butterfly is dead. We're not pinning a live butterfly, as a lot of people seem to think. Right, now ready to put on the setting board. The important thing to remember now is that the body has to be flush with the bottom, like so. The wings have to be opened very carefully. The body has to be pushed down. Might be a bit awkward, but it's important that the wings lay flush with the top of the board, like so. Just put a tape there to hold that solid. At this stage you'll notice that there's no abdomens on these specimens. They have been removed because when you put a butterfly in a relaxing box like that, the abdomens can get greasy, so it's better to stick them on later when the specimen's dried a little. Right, okay, now we just have to check these body, it's perfectly level with the top of the board. Sometimes it can be a little bit awkward. Set down a bit. Okay. Right, should be correct. I should just check that again. Just a little bit this way. It's important to get this dead level. Okay. Oops. Right. Now the pin has to go here. That's to stop the body twisting. Now, I have to take my spectacles off for this, a little bit exacting at this moment. This one's not a perfect specimen. There seems to be a problem with the wings on this one. It may have to be glued on after the setting's done. The specimen was purchased from West Java a couple of years ago, but it's not a perfect specimen. There's been damage to this one. Someone's obviously damaged it during capture, so the wing on this female is not, it's going to cause a slight problem. We'll see how we get over that. Just push it into place. If not, I'll remove it and glue it on later. Right, it's important that the wing goes to a 45-degree angle, and the hind wing has to go under the forewing if that's possible. Might be a little bit difficult sometimes, but shouldn't be too. This one shouldn't be too difficult. It has to also be in line. Okay. Now, the problem with this wing, as I say, it has been broken at some time in the past, so I might have to push it down to get it as level as possible. That's it. Any remedial work will have to be done after the specimen's dried. Now, we have to put a row of pins to stop the wings moving down, like so. Get these things in quickly. The antennae are set last, obviously. There we go, like this. Stop the wings moving. They may have to be readjusted afterwards, but it's unlikely. Forewing. Right, and that should be okay. Now, the right side. It's always more difficult to set the right side than the left side. I don't know why, but it always seems harder somehow. Actually, that will have to be removed first. Could cause an issue. It goes here, but that stops that. The bodies will be glued back on in about 2 weeks' time. There we go. Do it a bit at a time. Don't force the wing. Although sometimes it can be a bit awkward. Straighten it out there. Let's push it up a bit more each time. Just gently tease the wing up and hold it. Slight issue with this one. Okay. This one is definitely not going as planned, unfortunately. Let's just do it this way then. Where there's a way, there's a way. Right, okay, that's at a 45-degree angle. The hind wing can now follow suit. There we are. It has to be important to get these wings correct, otherwise it looks horrible when they're in the collection. Hold that. That holds that. Any tidying up can be done later when the specimen's dried out a bit. That goes there. I believe these are normal hat pins. Any pins can be used for setting, but these ones with the big heads are much better than ordinary house pins. There's nothing worse than getting a pin stuck under your thumbnail or something when you're setting a butterfly. Just try it that way a bit now. Just tidying up a bit on the feelers. Right. Okay. This is a very poor specimen. Actually, it's obviously been sort of a little bit maltreated during capture, over squeezed probably. So sometimes you do get specimens like this, we've got to put up with it, there's nothing you can do about it. That pin will stop that wing from bulging right out to that point. Get this antennae correctly, that's not a good idea, let's do it properly this time. Right, start there. Sometimes when you're setting a butterfly, things never go according to plan. Sometimes a wing could be damaged, or even worse, you can pull a feeler off. Okay, this goes that way, like that. There will have to be some tidying up work done on this. I can see it now, but it needs to be done at this moment. Goes there. This has to come out. There. The bodies will be stuck on, as I said earlier, in about 2 weeks when it's dried sufficiently. A bit of super glue will do the job. I'll just push that down just to see if I can get that, but if not, I'll take the wing off completely when it's dry and re-glue it on. No, the wing will have to come off when it's dried off. That's the specimen set. The next important thing, data label. This was captured on the 17th of October 2011, West Java, Indonesia. A butterfly with no data label is worthless, so you always make sure there's a data label pinned on the specimen. And just one little thing to do, straighten that antenna up a fraction more that way. There you are, a male and female Troides helena. Set and in A1 condition almost. Thank you for watching.